Hello students, how are you? I think all you're fine there. Yes. So students, let's begin with the new topic here, and this topic is coming under a grammar portion. So today we have a grammar portion, a note making. Okay, a note making or a note taking. Yes, this is a part of your grammar portion and it might come in your exams for hardly 5 marks. Okay, and there will be some options in between paragraph writing and note making. And talking about paragraph writing, it is already discussed here in the class, and one special video is there for the paragraph writing. So go through it and see what it is. So today we are going to begin with note making. We have note making or note taking. So this is what we have to begin here. Note making or note taking. Here, did you heard about the note making in your previous or in your lower section classes? Might be you have heard. So what is note making at all? Let's elaborate this note making. Note making is a small and short notes. Note making is a small and short notes of a paragraph. You can see any one of the paragraph, okay, where you are going to read about this, of biography on any writer, on any great personality, or on biography, or on autobiography, okay, or you can say on essay and report. So whatever this paragraph consists, these paragraph consists of huge bulk of knowledge, and it is divided in many words, and it is divided in many paragraphs, and these paragraphs are divided in between such a small sub points. These paragraphs are divided in between small points. These small points can be considered here title of paragraph, and subtitle of paragraph. Take title as a 1, second, and subtitle or subnote or subheading of paragraph. Subtitle of paragraph. Let's read about this. What is note making? Note making or note taking. Note making is a small and short notes of a paragraph, biography of any personality. It may be a writer, it may be a doctor, okay, it may be a warrior, or it may be a great personality of whom we are reading about. We are reading his success, we are reading his story. It is all about a biography of that person. So we are writing such a small note on that personality is called the biography. Autobiography, a biography which is written by a writer itself. So a writer is writing his own biography. He not given a responsibility of writing about his own biography to anyone else. So he is taking his own responsibility of writing his own biography. Then it is called autobiography here. Then we can say essay and report. So these 4 to 5 paragraphs consist of many words, many concepts, and many paragraphs, and it consists of many information. And due to less time, so what the readers used to do, they don't pay their time in reading such a big abstract, big paragraphs, and they seems that it is too time wasting. For getting the all information in such a small span of time, we have to make here note making or note taking. That's why note making and note taking is so important for elaborating such a big paragraphs into small notes and making it more suitable, more understandable to the reader within a small span of seconds is called the note making. Here, note making is divided in between small points. What are the small points? These are title of paragraph. We have one. Okay, a bold title of paragraph. That title must be written as a heading of note making. Under this title, what else we are getting from this paragraph? We have to write it as a subtitle. What is there in the paragraph? So this is what it is called note making. Now let's begin what our book tells about the note making here. So here students, everyone open page number 82. Okay, we have a P. Okay, on the note making. Yes. Note making or note taking. Note making taking is an important skill. It is an important skill. Okay, just write it down here on the board, and same thing you have to write it down in the clear notebook. What is written here on the board? See, note making is an important skill, is a significant skill. What it tells us? First point, note making is an important skill. It is an important skill. Okay. Another thing. It helps us to summarize and record information during reading and listening. While reading and listening the paragraphs or someone reading something, his own speech, then we will write something main points about his speech. It is what called note making. Various methods like linear notes, flowcharts, tree diagram, spidergrams, and different types of layouts like tables, lists, and diagrams are formed. Given below is an example of note making using a flowchart. So here, note making is used, or note making can be written by listening a speech, by listening some news. So here, when to use note making? Note making can be written. Note making can be written by reading or by listening, okay, or abstract, by reading, listening, or abstract, or news, or speech of good personality, speech of good speaker or good personality, we can say. So while sitting in the audience, while sitting in the auditorium, we are listening to a person who is speaking very good thing, and it providing such a pleasure to our heart. Then we will start writing his notes. Then we start writing it down his words into the notebooks. Then how we have to write? We have to write in a point wise. Okay, so it is a way of writing a note. So here, note making can be divided in many ways. Okay, it can be a pie chart. Did you see the pie chart? Okay, circles will be there. In circles you have to write something, so it would be a better understandable to you. It can be in the form of flowchart, and it can be in the form of spidergram, spidergrams, and it can be in the form of list, and it is in the form of table. In table, there will be rows and columns, and column consists some serial numbers, and rows consist some information. Okay, related to this. Okay, what related to the main topic? What is model action? Let's see. Okay, then we have to make one note making regarding to this paragraph, regarding to this abstract. So this is what we learned from here about note making. These are three main points of the note making. Note making is an important skill. Yes, we know. Note making can be written by reading, okay, learning, an extract or news or speech of good speaker. Okay, pie chart, flow chart, spidergrams, list and table can be considered here under note making. All right, so let's begin with the flow chart. You have a flow chart here on your book. See, it is visible to you. This is the flow chart. This flow chart is on this paragraphs. What this paragraph consists, they are written here in the small points inside the box. Okay, why they written like this? So it can be readable and understandable easily rather than reading the whole extract and memorizing it. So it is more helpful to the reader here. That's why they use this flow chart format for making a note, okay, for this paragraph here. So let's begin with this flow chart. What it says. So we have a flow chart here. We have a flow chart for making a note. We have a flow chart, and this flow chart is coming under note making. Is it? It is coming under note making. So here we have flow chart. In the first part we have to write. We have to write the heading of topic. Is it? Then these heading of topics is divided in between 3 or 4 subheadings. It is divided in between 3 and 4 subheadings. What are these subheadings and what do you mean by this? Let's draw some 4 boxes. Okay. So these are the 4 boxes which consist subheadings. So here first subheading 1, second subheading 2, is it? Third subheading 4, and fourth subheading 4. So these main heading is divided in between 4 subheadings. Okay, 4 subtitles. And these subtitles, if this subheading is first, what is coming under this main box? This subheading consists some 1, 2, 3, 4 points about an author. You have to write. Let's see. This is all about an empty Gandhi. So here we can write here Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji. Okay, and he is a father of nation. So we taken it as a type. So first we will write about, okay, when he is in childhood. So we take the first box for childhood. Then we will take another box for boyhood, when he become boy. And then we take another box for his education, and at last we take another box for his career and achievement, what he achieved in his life. This is the last box for a means heading of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji. In childhood, okay, what his behavior, what he did, and what his achievement, where he born, okay, and in which place he born, okay, who are his family members, and what he likes and what his hobbies. We have to write it down in some small points. In subheading about the boyhood, when he become bigger, then what his activity and where he went for higher studies, where he went for the schools, even high schools, and what his work, okay, even what his way of working, okay, way of communicating with the people. Some main achievements we have to write under this box. When we goes to the education, we have to write the education skills of M.K. Gandhiji. Okay, from where did he completed his first PU and second PU? After completion of this PUC, where did he completed his degree? Okay, after completed his degree, from where did he completed his law graduation? After law graduation, he went to South Africa. So what he learned from South Africa and what reforms he brought in South Africa to avoid untouchability. He worked hard in South Africa. Is it for abolishing black and white discrimination? He abolished in South Africa. So it is what is coming under third subheading. Then we comes to fourth subheading. So this subheading consists about his achievements. Okay, his achievements are several movements. Okay, several aggregations where he got some accomplishment, where he got some winning nature. So his achievements is like that. Okay, civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement, Dandi March, and Champaran strike. So this is what where he got success, and he defeated the Britishers. And here he formed the Congress Union, okay, Congress Sabha, and this is what his achievements. And he got peace, okay, and during partitions, what he did, how he got peace, and what decision he taken, for what purpose. This is some main points you have to write it down here in the achievements, okay, achievement and his work. So this is, and at last when he died, okay, and when he died and how his journey ended. So in this way you have to divide the whole big paragraph into a flow chart by writing some main points and their subheadings and their little subheadings, okay, in another flow chart, in another flow box. So this is what, and this is what it is given in your text, okay, about the flow chart here. So here we have one paragraph, okay, here we have one paragraph related to the flow chart. Let's read it out. It is all about Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji. Was born on 2nd October 1869 in the princely state of Porbandar, now part of Gujarat. After matriculation, he went to England in 1888 to study law. Okay, having passed his bar examination, so he passed his bar examinations. What is bar examinations? So it is a part of lawyers. So it is a part of legal study. Okay. In between the lawyers, there will be some competitive exams, and it can be considered here bar examination. And the lawyers who are going to clear it, they will get some supervising status or supervising post. Okay, in the field of law and legal activities. Okay. So here he passed bar examination. Okay, we can write here. He passed bar examination. So it is a part of law. It is coming under law. Okay. Then he returned to India in 1891. When did he return to India? In 1891. Okay. Only to proceed to South Africa, where he hoped to do better as a lawyer than in his own city. Okay. Why he went to Africa? He went to Africa to practice their law in a better way and bring some main reforms in South Africa, like abolishing untouchability and abolishing white and black people's discrimination. So this is what he taken, okay, a pledge to bring some social reforms in South Africa. So now he returned to India. Yes, the future Mahatma was actually made here in the land of rationalism. So here this Mahatma is always made, okay, in the land of rationalism. What do you mean by the word rationalism? It is a such kind of discrimination in between two genders, where masculine gender is male and feminine gender is female. So they were not given any main rights, okay, to fight against or to show themselves and show their capabilities, okay, in competence of the man or in competence of the male. So they were not given any opportunities. So the rights, like some fundamental rights, like right to participate, okay, right to speech and freedom, okay, even right of opportunities, right of exploitation, these kind of rights are taken from the women, and they were not supposed to participate, okay, in the masses and in competence with the male. So here Mahatma Gandhi worked hard to bring the rights, equal rights, to bring equality among the population, among the male and female. So this is what this credit goes to Mahatma Gandhi here. And acquired a new weapon to fight the white oppressor. He acquired a new weapon, okay, by taking a rationalism in his work and he fight against the white oppressor. This was Satyagraha. This was Satyagraha, which subsequently in India was to reinforce with truth and non-violence, and with which he won freedom from the British Empire. So this was the Satyagraha where he reinforced with truth and non-violence. Okay. So one of the great achievement of Mahatma Gandhi is Satyagraha. Satyagraha. It is Satyagraha. And here he given more preference to truth and non-violence. Okay, he given main preference to truth and non-violence. Why non-violence? We shouldn't be violative against the Britishers, because Britishers were more power. They having some weapons, they having armies, and they are using it to exploit our population. Okay, to divert our population from getting freedom. So we have to fight against British, but in a form of non-violative nature. We shouldn't be violent against the Britishers here. So this is what Mahatma Gandhi wanted to teach to India masses, and with which he won freedom from the British Empire. Finally, with the help of truth and non-violence, he won freedom. He won freedom from British Empire. Alright. Until his assassination. Oh, he got assassinated here. Someone killed him in 1948. Until his assassination in 1948, Gandhiji's efforts were to win his contemporaries away from wickedness, and rightly he remained the conscience of mankind. He remained, okay, a good convener of the mankind. So each and every mankind memorized him. Each and everyone memorized him for his great work, for bringing a freedom to this nation. So his name is utmost in the reality in every man's lips. So this is what a great extract about the Mahatma Gandhi's and his sacrifice to his nation. So students, here this all note making is divided in between sub notes. What I have written here on the board. Fine. So how to write here in the flow chart? I shown you early. Okay. So here the flow chart is all about like this. Landmarks of Gandhiji's life. First flow chart, which is the heading. So beside to the main heading, we have born on October 2, 1869, and another where Porbandar, Gujarat. Middle one studied law in England. So this way they divided the whole paragraph in the flow chart. How I shown you earlier. So this is also one of the note making. So what is the difference here? It is a note making in the form of list. Let's make here boundary. Let's make it out here Okay, first is bar examination. Okay, it is a law. Let's take it as a first. Okay, then this is a sub point. Let's take it 1.1 and 1.2. In every heading, you can write down subheading also, like 1.3 subheading, like 1.4 another subheading. You can write some subheadings, okay, which is correlated with this heading, which is coming under this heading. So it is a form of note making in a form of list, or in a form of table. Okay, but here what we have to learn, about the flowchart. We have to draw a perfect flowchart for elaborating all about the Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, here the similar question is given to you. Okay, where you have to draw a flowchart. So this question we are going to do here, and some examples I will give you as a homework here. Fine. So we have a small task. Okay, what this task tells us about? Just see it out. So here we have a task. Let's take it as a task for everyone. What it says: make notes on the following passage using any method of your choice. We will make notes. Let's using the method of flowchart. Let's begin with this. So what this paragraph says about? This paragraph is related to Louis Pasteur. Now we have to make the note making on Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur, born in a little French country town, okay, was interested in chemistry when he was very young. After studying in Paris and showing great promise, he began to teach and lecture as professor of chemistry. Okay, he became a professor at Strasbourg in Alsace, and he married a wife who was always to be his closest companion and assistant. Alright, so this is what there in the first paragraph. Now make this first paragraph into a flowchart. Let's convert this first paragraph in a flowchart here. Let's begin with this. Here this flowchart okay. Yes. Here we are dividing this task into a flowchart. First is all about the Louis Pasteur. So what it says. So in first paragraph what we read? Yes, it is there in the book. Louis Pasteur, born in a little French country town. Okay. Yes. So write it down. He born in a French country town. Alright. So Louis Pasteur born in French. He born in French. So this is the first. Okay, now take another table. Now take another box. Okay, what it says? What it says here? Yes. After studying in Paris and showing great promise, he began to teach and lecture as professor of chemistry. Professor of chemistry here. So he became a professor of chemistry. Where he became? In Paris. Okay, he born in French. He became professor. Okay, you have to write it down. This is the first one. This is 1 point. You can take this 1.2 and here this take it has 1.1 and 1.2. Inside where he became professor in Paris. He became professor in Paris. Which professor he became? He became a professor of chemistry. Okay, see, this 1.1 is divided in between 1, 2, 3 boxes. In 1.2, let's take a point from a paragraph. He found the easiest ways to solve the problem. Okay, let's say he solved, let's take this box as an achievement. He solved a problem. He solved a problem. He found the easiest ways to solve a problem. So what problems he solved? You have to write it down here. The problems like, okay, germs, bacteria. He solved the problems of rabies. He solved the problems of rabies. He solved the problems of, okay, chicken pox. We can say here, yes. He solved the problems of fever, and he solved the problems of cattle disease, anthrax. Yes, anthrax is there in the cattle. So this is what he solved here. So this box can be considered here achievement. Okay, this is achievement of Louis Pasteur, and it is divided into 1.2. 1.2 consists of 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So this is what we have to divide the whole paragraph into such a flow charts. Okay, for better understanding, for easily learning about the things. So this is what all about the note making. And one more most important thing about the note making. Please memorize that while making the note, you have to keep some points. You have to keep some points in your brain while making notes. While making notes should be so simple, it should be so easy. Okay, write it down. Note making must be simple, and easy. It should be simple and easy. Is it? How we can make the note making simple and easy? This is first point. We can make the note making simple and easy by using less grammar, by using less grammar concepts. What are these less grammar concepts? Let's take it here under bracket by using less grammar concept, like using some articles. Avoid using of article, avoid using of preposition, like in, on, under, below, okay, there, them, they. Don't use this. Avoid using some, okay, here noun. You can use pronouns instead of nouns. You can use pronouns. You can use some common noun instead of noun here. So this is what should be avoided while writing the simple and easy note making. If you avoid this, more or less alphabets you have to use for note making easy, and use some abbreviation. Use some abbreviations for writing an important and very easy note making. Use some abbreviations like, okay, a word come continuously. A word come like continuously. Instead of writing continuously, you can write by this way. Continuous ly, comma ly. So here reader can get easily, so it is a continuously. And a word comes like he. His birthday comes on this day. His birthday. The word birthday can be written here like B apostrophe comma and take. Okay, while writing the whole word, we just made such a simple word by using some apostrophe comma here. Okay, on the B. So bird, it becomes bird. Such kind of abbreviated words, and these words are called abbreviated words. These words are called abbreviated. It is an abbreviation. We can call them abbreviated or abbreviation words. Okay, which are abbreviated small words. We can write this. It is an abbreviated words. So these words can be abbreviated. Okay, we should use abbreviation while using a note making. Abbreviation is also an important. While writing an abbreviation, you have to show beside with the flowchart these abbreviations we use. So if you are having any confusion in the note making, you can use this abbreviation knowledge. Okay, for reading the note making here. So students, this is what all about the note making, what we write here in the textbook, and it is given here. So note making is as important as writing a paragraph or writing a letter here. So note it down there in your fair notebooks, understand it, and make one personal note making. Okay, on the Louis Pasteur. Okay, homework is given here, a task is given to you. Make one note making on the task, and it is a homework for you all. So take a Louis Pasteur question as a homework here. So students, so for the time being, see it once, watch it twice, thrice. You will get a better understanding. Write one perfect note making in your fair notebook and send me in WhatsApp. I am going to check it here. So this is what we learned here about note making. So have a nice day. Take care. Bye.